A textbook winter pattern dominates Japan's skies while the first numbered typhoon of the year sparks to life down south near the Philippines. What's in store for this week? Well, let's check it out and let's see what the weather in Japan holds for this edition of Soracast for January 19th, 2026. Hey, welcome to Soracast, and I'm really glad you can come along with us here. Hey, let's jump right into it. We have a lot to cover today. Let's take a look at the surface pressure video right now. We're going here from 9 p.m. tonight, the 19th, to 9 p.m. Saturday, the 24th. We got very little large-scale movement here. Can you see that? Well, what's happening? Well, Japan will be entering a period of really stable weather this week. Sure, there will be some local moves here or there in systems, shuttling across the country, but largely there is a very clean western high, eastern low setup in place, and that will be driving our skies for most of this week. I spoke on this a couple weeks ago. It's called the Seiko Tote, right? The western high, eastern low. Well, this is a system right out of a meteorology textbook. What do we got? We got dominant high pressure on the Asian mainland over on the west, and we got a couple lows out over the Pacific Ocean back east, with Japan, where are we? Right in the middle. Closer in, a low pressure system is going to start to bubble up tonight just offshore Aomori Prefecture, and it's going to begin to move northeast along the Hokkaido coast. The rotation of this low will help amplify the very strong high over the Asian mainland, bringing cold, frigid air down to Japan from Russia and northern China. Well, let's go over to the 1500 meter chart because we got some really good visuals on that too, and you'll see what's happening here at altitude. This low, forming tonight, will be bringing up some warmer, moist air along its eastern side. Then that air will clash with cooler, drier air being pulled down from Siberia. As that low moves on, it will grow and its rotation will become more powerful, pulling more cold air, this time laden with moisture, and then that moisture will then fall out as snow and rain over the Sea of Japan coast. That's basically the mechanism that we're going to see this week. Long story short, this pattern will sit with us probably throughout the entire week, bringing frigid temperatures nationwide and, like I just noted, a fair bit of snowfall to the Sea of Japan coast. And when I say fair bit, I mean a lot, actually. And that's basically as complicated as it all gets this week. It's pretty simple, right? But what does it mean for us on the ground here when we go outside? Let's go through the forecast for the week. Let's start out with Tuesday, tomorrow, January 20th. For some areas, temperatures on Tuesday are not going to move a whole lot from their Monday night overnight lows. Cold air will be plunging down, giving much of the country some of the coldest weather it has seen yet this year. Winds also are going to be pretty strong along most of these coastal areas and even inland along western Honshu and up in Tohoku. Lighter, but still significant breezes of between 10 to 15 kilometers an hour will be felt inland around the Kanto area. Temperatures over Hokkaido and much of Honshu going all the way down to Gifu Prefecture will be below zero tomorrow. Sendai, Niigata, and Kanazawa as well will peak out at 2 below zero. Remember the 1500 meter map just a couple minutes ago where we saw that little blip of warmer air raising up because of that low? Well, the Pacific coast will be the beneficiary here, as temperatures in the Tokyo-Yokohama area will hit 9 degrees tomorrow, and Hamamatsu over in Shizuoka will even get up to 10. Kagoshima and other points farther south, like down in Shikoku, will even hit double digits as well. That low on the other side of the nation, though, will make for a nice bit of snow, with the Nagano area getting up to 30 centimeters during Tuesday's 24-hour period, and the west side of Hokkaido, however, they're probably going to come out with about 5 to 8 centimeters. By Wednesday, winds will have tapered off a lot from Tuesday's big breezes, but frigid temperatures still rule the day for Japan. That low pressure that we were talking about earlier, well, it will have moved on pretty much by Wednesday, but the cold winds that it brings down will still be dominating the country's weather, and nowhere will get above 10 degrees. Tokyo, Yokohama will be lucky to get 3. Osaka will see 7. Sendai will have a high of -2, while Sapporo will get up to -7. Scattered snow, some of it locally heavy, will fall across the Sea of Japan coast, but the snowfall won't make it that far inland. Down near Kansai, well, possibly you'll get some light flurries that may make it as far inland as Nara. 20 to 25 centimeters of new snow is expected along Niigata and Toyama Prefecture, and even as far west as Matsue in Shimane, which will see around 7 centimeters out of this snowfall on Wednesday. Now, by the time we get to Thursday, well, honestly, Thursday, January 22nd, will be pretty much a cut and paste of Wednesday. Not much to say, honestly. It will literally be the same story. Cold and clear to partly cloudy along the Pacific coast. Cold with some scattered snow up and down the Sea of Japan coast. Hokkaido, just plain cold. Maybe some flurries here or there. Along Niigata and Toyama Prefecture, you can probably expect another 20 centimeters of new snow. And Matsue, again, Shimane Prefecture's little town there, will get another 6 to 8 centimeters. And then by Friday, as we wrap up the week, well, cold continues to rule the weather. Believe me, it's going to just stay like this for the entire week. Although some areas of Kyushu and Kansai will begin to warm up slightly. I am saying slightly. They're going to still see single digits. Snow will be falling from Kyoto, Sea of Japan coast, all the way up to Akita and Niigata Prefecture. Yet again, they're going to see another 25 centimeters of new snow. The Sea of Japan coast, Tohoku, and Hokkaido will not get above 0 again on Friday, continuing their cold snap. The Pacific coast, meanwhile, they'll get up to 6 to 7 degrees, absolutely gorgeous by comparison. So this area of Japan, around the central Sea of Japan coast, if you've been keeping count, they're going to get about another 75 to 100 centimeters of new snow this week, right? That's a lot. The Pacific coast, meanwhile, we're going to get nothing. 0. As we start our weekend on Saturday, some areas in the interior and southern Tohoku will begin to warm up above 0, but the usual suspects are still going to be below freezing. Who are we talking about? Of course, Sapporo, they'll see -8 as a daytime high on Saturday. Akita will see -1. Kanazawa will struggle to get into positive territory with daytime highs of about 1 above. The Pacific coast, meanwhile, well, they're going to be around 8 to 9 degrees from the Kanto area all the way down to Kyushu. And the snowy pattern continues, with Toyama and Niigata prefectures seeing up to 30 centimeters of new snow, meaning some of these places will get an accumulation of over 1 meter of new white stuff this week. And the snow will be stretching all the way down to West Shimane Prefecture, although in lighter accumulations. So this whole week, it should be noted, Hokkaido is not going to see a whole lot of new snow. The western side of the island will get between 5 to 10 centimeters on heavy days, but really that's about it. The vast majority of the snowfall this week will be sticking along the Sea of Japan coast. And that is your quick Soracast for today, January 19th, 2026. Hey, if you like weather and science-related content coming out of Japan, it would just be the most wonderful thing in the world if you could just go on and stoink that like and subscribe button. You know we love it as much as you do. It would be wonderful to have you along for the ride. You guys take care. Have fun. Peace out. Cheers.